So this now is a film strip. I hope you enjoy it.
A family makes dinner in a modern kitchen. Their stove, refrigerator, and other appliances help them prepare food quickly and easily.
And daughter has a big hairdo.
250 years ago, cooking required more time and work. These women show how most people cook their food
In the
American
world's
farm.
largest fireplace.
A boy turns a knob to light a burner on a modern gas stove.
Seconds later, the
Flames can
kitchen
be
is in
started quickly
flames.
and controlled easily. Most appliances that create heat use gas or electricity.
He wants to boil his oranges.
Some appliances contain electric motors. These
Sometimes
motors
you
use
need
a
to
dishwasher
vacuum the
and a
dishes to
vacuum
make sure they're
cleaner to
clean.
Clean up after dinner. In each of these machines, an electric motor turns other parts that do the work.
Sometimes we wear our winter sweaters inside. These people have thrown all their appliances onto their front lawn. Why? You're gonna find out in this story. What? None of these appliances work because they're all on the front lawn. This kid is making a mess.
A boy uses an egg beater to mix batter for a cake. His muscles provide the force to turn the handle that keeps the beaters moving.
This cake will never get made because the boy does not have muscles.
It is easier to mix the batter with an electric mixer. The mixer contains a motor that uses electricity.
It's a mixer
The
motor.
provides the force to turn the beaters. In many appliances, a motor turns parts that do some kind of work.
What kind of work? We don't know. This little girl is
Girl
sweeping away
shows
the
how
plague.
Most people cleaned their homes in American colonial times. She sweeps the floor with a broom made of twigs. Even after sweeping, some dust remains on the floor and in the air.
And twigs remain on the floor. Shirley Temple at home with her family.
This picture advertised one of the first electric vacuum cleaners.
Oh my God, a bee must
The
have
new
stung that
machine
lady's
was
hair.
much heavier than a broom, but it did a better job of cleaning. Inside it, an electric motor turned a fan. The large white box on this table is an electric fan.
What in the hell is she
Setting up an
doing?
experiment that will show how a fan moves air from one place to another.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because air is invisible.
She's making the most
the girl
complicated
has
cup of
poured
coffee
hot
in the
water
entire
over
world.
dry ice to make a cloud that we can see. When the fan is turned on,
Who isn't? Holy God! What?
it creates a wind. The wind carries
I
the
created a
cloud
wind
through
last
the
night.
fan and away from the girl. Inside the vacuum cleaner.
Now
an
this is
electric
your
motor
prime
turns
cut
a
of vacuum
fan
cleaner
and
here.
a brush.
The most tender part is
brush
in the bag.
sweeps the
If
carpet.
you really want a
You'll see
succulent
dirt.
steak of vacuum
The
cleaner,
fan
you want to
creates a wind
cut from the
that
bag.
carries the dirt
You
from
do
the
want to make
carpet
sure you empty the
through
bag
fan
before you
to the bag.
saute it.
Air escapes through the walls of the bag, but the dirt remains trapped inside.
Next slide, please.
Before washing machines were invented, clothes had to be washed by hand. This woman
lady's
removes
washing the
dirt
dress
from
that she's
clothes
wearing.
by rubbing them against a scrub board. To squeeze water from the clothes, she will use the wringer on the edge of the tub. The woman will guide the clothes through the wringer while turning its long handle.
Oh yeah!
A teenager loads a washing machine that can wash, rinse, and partly dry clothes automatically.
He constantly
Washer
smacks his
contains
head
an
on the
electric
ceiling.
motor that turns several other parts.
Here's the ice box where the bodies are kept. We'll stumble out of bed and tumble to the
Inside this
kitchen,
machine
more
is a
myself.
metal tub that holds water, detergent, and dirty clothes. The black post in the center is called the agitator. The motor makes the agitator move, swishing the clothes through the soapy water to remove dirt. The dirty water will drain out through small holes in the tub. A girl uses a strainer to show how the tub holds the clothes when the water drains out.
It takes forever to do laundry this
The
way.
strainer tub in the washing machine spins around and around.
This
With a
man
wet towel, a
is
man
about to
demonstrates
raid the
what happens
lowlands
when
and
the
take
strainer
over the
tub
villages.
spins around. As he swings the towel in a circle, water flies out. In the washing machine, water flies out of the clothes through the holes of the spinning tub. A pump removes the water from the washing machine. A boy sets the timer on a washing machine. The timer controls the actions of the other parts: motor, agitator, tub, and pump.
His little sister is inside the washing machine.
The outside of this washing machine has been removed.
So these two can
students
repair
see
it.
its parts.
They are the youngest
At the
washing
top
Maytag
is a metal
repairmen
drum
in the
that
world.
contains the agitator and the strainer tub. The boy locates
I think
the belt
he's the
that
agitator,
connects the
if you
motor
ask
to
me.
other parts of the machine. When the motor turns the belt can drive the agitator, the strainer tub, or the pump.
Now this is
diagram
how
shows
you
the
would
main
butcher a
parts of
washing
the
machine.
washing machine.
You want to make sure
The
that
timer controls
you
the
cut out the
actions
timer. You
of
can save
all
that
the
for
other
kind of
parts.
soup stock. But
Water
what you
enters
really
the
want is
tub
the
through the
agitator.
water
That is, it's
inlet.
like an artichoke.
The
You
motor
really
at the
want
base
these.
of
The
the
center
machine
part
turns the
is
belt.
the best. The
belt
motor is
drives
good
the
for, like, if you
agitator
want to grind
to
up for
wash
hamburgers.
or to rinse
But
the clothes.
it's really the agitator that you want. Do not eat the belt.
Then the motor drives the pump to push the water out the drain pipe. Finally,
Yeah.
the motor turns the
Push
belt
out that
to spin
water!
the strainer tub.
Push out
This
that
forces
water.
out more water, which is removed by the pump. Slowly and carefully, a boy washes dishes one at a time.
It was a hell of a
An
party,
electric
but he's
dishwasher
making up
can
for it
save
right now.
time when there are many dirty dishes. A girl loads a dishwasher with many dishes to be washed all at once. The machine uses less water than a person needs to wash dishes by hand, and it gets the dishes cleaner because it washes with very hot water.
This woman is
has
frustrated
pulled out
with the
lower
washing
rack
machine
of
and
her
is going to
dishwasher
throw it
let us
away.
see inside. The dishwasher does not have an agitator. Instead, there is a sprayer in the bottom of the machine.
Can I just say, all the ladies' hairdos are on
The
point.
sprayer in the dishwasher works like this lawn sprinkler. Water comes through the hose and shoots into the air from small holes in the sprinkler. The force of the water makes the sprinkler spin rapidly. In the dishwasher, hot water from the spinning sprayer reaches all the dishes. Like
Now,
the
if you
washing
want to cut
machine,
yourself up
the
a dishwasher,
has a timer.
the
that
part
controls
you're
the
looking for is
actions
the
of
water
its other
inlet.
parts.
The water inlet is the
Hot water
tastiest,
enters the
most
machine
juiciest
through the
part.
water
I mean, it's got
inlet.
water in it.
The
It's
motor
the
at the
juiciest
base
part of the
machine
dishwasher.
drives the pump. Water is pulled into the pump.
Yeah. Who loaded that dishwasher?
Then the
Oh,
pump
God.
forces the water up through the sprayer.
And the party
Again
starts!
and again, water falls back into the pump and is forced upward to spray the dishes. Finally, the pump pushes the water out the drain pipe. In this photograph, taken in 1942,
We
young
see a
girl
witch
helps her
putting a
mother
little
by
girl into the
carrying
oven,
wood for
just
an
like Hansel and
old-fashioned
Gretel.
kitchen stove. Cutting and carrying wood for the stove takes a lot of time and work.
She's got scrawny arms, but she can fell a tree like nobody's
A
business.
constant supply of electricity can create heat in this modern stove. A man removes steaks and potatoes from the oven.
Because he's
An
American!
added mitten to protect his hand. Appliances that create heat must be used carefully to prevent burns. This little girl is too small.
Is about to have a tragic
stove
accident.
safely. If she pulls the pot of hot water off the stove, she may be burned.
Yeah.
Her mother can prevent such accidents by turning pot handles
By not
away
having
from the front
children.
of the stove. This stove uses gas. You can tell if your stove uses electricity or gas by looking at the top of the stove.
If it makes a clicking noise when you turn the buttons, it's gas.
The glowing metal circles on the left form one element of an electric stove. The element becomes hot when electricity passes through it.
Yeah, look at that
On the
hot
right,
element.
Flames come
That's
from a
a
burner
hot
on top
element.
of a gas stove. An arrow points to a small blue flame called a pilot light. Many
Aye,
gas
aye,
stoves
Captain!
have such a pilot light. It burns all the time. When gas goes to a burner, the gas is lighted by this flame. In many newer stoves, the gas is lighted by an electrical spark instead of by a pilot light. This diagram shows the flow of gas in the stove.
Now, if you're going to cut up a
enters at the
stove,
bottom
I
through the
recommend
gas line.
just cutting into the center
On the
to get
front
to
of
the
the stove
turkey.
is a
That is the
control knob.
tastiest part of the
When
stove.
it is turned on,
You might get a
gas
little bit of
flows to a
refreshing
burner
water from the
and
top
is lighted by the
kettle,
pilot light.
but I would recommend the turkey.
The oven burner is lighted by another pilot light. The thermostat
Oh, they have a
measures
broiler
and
too. Look at that.
controls the
Fancy.
temperature of the oven.
Fancy! This man is bathing a baby in a bathroom sink.
This father has drawn a warm bath for his baby simply by turning on a
Baby.
faucet. Hot
Baby.
water comes to the faucet from another appliance, the
Baby.
water heater.
Let's see the water heater!
In
There
the
it
picture,
is! Oh my
a man
God, this is
runs
the
his
best
water heater.
movie!
Some water heaters use oil or electricity. This one uses gas. The man can control the temperature of the water by setting this dial.
Yeah,
The
set that
is
dial!
connected to a thermostat inside the water heater. In this heater, a large tank of water is heated by a gas burner.
I would not recommend
Gas
eating water
flows
heaters. They're not
through
that
the
great.
gas line to the burner and is lighted by the pilot light. The thermostat keeps the water at the right temperature by controlling the flow of gas to the burner. Cold water enters the tank through the water inlet and is heated by the burner. Hot water flows through the water outlet to faucets
Whew.
in the house.
They really took a long
Whenever
time to
hot
name
water
that.
is used, more
The inlet
cold water
and the
enters
outlet.
to keep the tank full. A man carries a large block of ice on his shoulder. He will put it in a
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do,
cabinet or
do-do-do-do-do.
icebox to keep food cool inside. Before refrigerators were invented, icemen brought ice to home iceboxes several times a week.
And visit the ladies of the house.
2 men deliver an electric refrigerator.
It's filled with
Even on a
ice. This
hot
is how
day,
ice is delivered in the
refrigerator can
modern
keep
day.
Food cold and help
You throw
prevent
out
it
the
from
refrigerator when you use all the ice, and then you get a new one. Greg
spoiling. Have you ever
Louganis
felt
hops into the
chilled
pool.
on a hot day? The boy standing in the pool feels cold because the water on his skin is evaporating. When water evaporates or changes to a gas, it removes heat. In the wall
There's that
of
hair
this
again.
freezing compartment are pipes that carry a special liquid called a refrigerant,
Always be
This
sure to
liquid
keep your cotton
evaporates
balls
in
on
the
top of the
pipes,
refrigerator.
removing heat from the compartment and taking it
Taking it
to the
where?
bottom of the refrigerator.
Oh!
This girl can feel heat being released into the room.
Yeah, she
The
can.
refrigerator is cool inside because heat has been removed. In this diagram,
Oh boy, here's
liquid
another
refrigerant
diagram.
is shown in
Who
white.
picked this film? This is
It flows
boring.
up to the evaporation pipes at the top. There, the liquid changes into a gas, removing heat from inside the refrigerator. This warm gas, shown in orange, flows down to the compressor. The compressor is a type of pump that pushes the gas into the condenser pipes.
And it makes the music
The gas
sound
gives off its heat to
good.
the outside air and changes back into a liquid. The fan at the top moves cool air throughout the refrigerator.
Cool air, man. Cool air. This girl is proud of her
Children are letting
socks.
warm air
Who
into their
pours milk
refrigerator.
like this?
The
I'm gonna
refrigerator
pose
will
with my
have to work
soccer
harder
ball
to
while I
remove
pour
the heat.
milk.
Keeping the door shut whenever possible saves electricity.
And pulling your socks up as high as you can helps as well.
A father and his daughter work on the motor of a vacuum cleaner. In many
We're
appliances,
fixing this
an electric
now.
motor turns
We're
other
gonna make
parts that do
sure
some kind of work.
it works. Hand me the screwdriver.
Stoves
Take the
and water
pie
heaters
out of the
use energy
oven.
to create
Valerie
heat. They
Bertinelli
have thermostats to
is
control
making some
the
homemade
temperature.
loving.
Appliances that create heat must be used carefully to prevent burns. Appliances and other things that use
Somebody
gas or
got in
electricity
trouble
have been
and all
moved
their stuff's on the
outside of this family's
lawn.
house so we can see them.
She's got a light
The
bright. She
appliances
knows
help
what's
the family
going
do many
on.
chores that used to
This
be
must
done
have
by hand.
taken several
Think of all
hours
the
to
ways
do.
Appliances save time.
What are they
and effort.
doing? Well, I have
Knowing
no
how appliances
idea.
work can help you operate them wisely and safely.
I like the music. The music is great. Do 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 do.